Hello and welcome to Public Global. While the monsoon session of the Parliament has begun on the expected lines, that opposition was not allowed to talk in Lok Sabha about Pahalgam attack and Operation Sindhu. And on the other side, in Rajya Sabha, the leader of opposition, Mr. Kharge, was allowed to put forth his point of view by the chair in the morning. And quite contrary to, which was quite contrary to Rajya Sabha legacy over last few years since Mr. Thankar took over as the Vice President of India. But in the evening, the whole saga culminated at the resignation of the Chairman and Vice President, Mr. Thankar. He cited the health reasons for the resignation, but the nation stands surprised, and there are speculations going on about what were the reasons behind his resignation, plus who will be the next Vice President of India. But we'll not be talking in that context today, and while these speculations are going on, we'll be speaking on an entirely different issue, which is very important. As we all know, on 22nd April, 4 to 5 terrorists emerged out of dense forests in Pahalgam and sneaked into Baisaran Valley, where there were a lot of tourists present there and opened an indiscriminate fire on them, killing 26 people in front of their families. According to reports, there were around 2,000 tourists there and at the time when the massacre took place. The incidents had shockwaves throughout the world, and the words of condemnation of heinous act and solidarity with Indian government in general, and those in particular who lost their dear ones in the incident. The international community was outraged, and what was surprising that Pakistan also condemned the act, which is supposedly, thought to be the mastermind behind such kinds of terrorist acts in Jammu and Kashmir. Subsequently, the anger against the senseless and inhuman act started brewing up not only in mainland India but surprisingly in Kashmir Valley, where people, perhaps for the first time, came out in large numbers and without mincing their words condemned the act and expressed their solidarity with the bereaved families. This protest and this anger by the Kashmiris was exhibited while Kashmiris in mainland India were targeted in an organized manner. The whole saga culminated at Operation Sindoor by India on 7 May 2025 when our forces hit about 9 targets in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and Western Punjab, which were supposed to be terror hubs. And in retaliation, Pakistan also hit back with drones, missiles, and other means. Not only military targets were attacked, but civilian targets were also attacked. And we saw that in LOC area in Jammu and Kashmir, particularly in Rajauri and Poonch, we lost too many civilians. The thing came to an end with a surprise that Donald Trump, the American president, tweeted about the ceasefire between the two countries and said that he had worked a lot and his colleagues had worked a lot and talked to both countries, and a ceasefire was worked out. And he cited another reason that he said was that he told India and Pakistan that we will not be doing trade with you if you will continue the conflict between each other. The ceasefire was also confirmed from the Pakistan side after Trump tweeted about it, and later our Foreign Secretary, Mr. Vikram Misri, also in a brief press conference without taking any questions, he confirmed the declaration of the ceasefire. Perhaps the tensions between the two arch rivals, India and Pakistan, after Kargil War, are presently all-time high, and frenzy against Pakistan in our country is so high that nobody in this situation can dare to talk about peace between the two hostile countries. which seems to be impossible because India has said that they will not talks and terrorism will not cannot be going together. And about Operation Sindoor, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has come on record that it's not over, it has been passed, and any act of terror anywhere in the country will be taken as an act of war, and that will be retaliated in equal intensity. But something in these times has happened, which is very surprising. That Center for Peace and Progress, which is an organization known for working towards peace in the region, particularly between Pakistan and India, organized a high-profile Indo-Pak conference in New Delhi on 9 July to reignite calls for political engagement and institutionalized peace efforts between India and Pakistan. The conference brought together notable figures from both sides of the border, including foreign Indian diplomat Manish Iyer, Pakistan former Foreign Minister Khurshid Mahmood Qusuri, Air Vice Marshal retired Kapil Kak, O.P. Shah, Ambassador Ashraf Jahangir Qazi, Bina Sarwar, Ambassador Raghavan, journalist Arti Tikku Singh, M.M. Ansari, and politicians from both Jammu and Kashmir, besides members of civil society, journalists, and peace advocates. While condemning the terrorism in its all forms, the speakers from Indian side emphasized the need to stop the export of terrorism and condemn Pahalgam massacre. The Pakistan side complained of rise of hyper-nationalism in India and described it as a big impediment in the way of establishing peace in the region. While calling for internal political dialogue and reconciliation, Manishankar Iyer invoked Prime Minister's his own words, and I quote the words: "The time for wars is over," which he said in the context of Ukraine-Russia war. And Manishankar Iyer reminded Prime Minister of those words and urged upon him to apply the mantra at home as well. Uh, from Pakistan side, Khurshid Mehmood Kusuri warned of catastrophic risks of sustained hostility between two nuclear powers and said that there is no other alternative to Gaya. Let people to people contact resume. The political leadership must lead from the front, he said. Kapil Kok acknowledged that while back channels communication never stopped, the time had come for bold political steps and structured peace process. Muzaffar Shah, senior vice president, Awami National Conference, strongly emphasized the demand of restoration of Article 370 and 35A, while referring to restoration of full statehood to Jammu and Kashmir, he said, and I quote, that the phrase at an appropriate time must be dropped. National Conference legislature Tanveer Sadiq complained of shrinking political space in Jammu and Kashmir and said that even peaceful protests for the restoration of statehood are not being allowed. He also emphasized the need of negotiations and said that the dialogue is the only way forward. The gathering ended with a shared message that there can be no military solution to India-Pak tensions. Only a sustained dialogue, political courage can ensure lasting peace in the region. Now that the efforts for the resumption of dialogue between the two arch rival countries in the conflict have begun, what remains to be seen is that with tensions running so high and uh, the hostility also of the same intensity, will Pakistan shelve its role in exporting and supporting terrorism in Kashmir? And if so, will India choose to resume the dialogue with Pakistan so that a sustainable peace in South Asian region gets a chance? With that question, which is a difficult one, uh, please, in somewhere in near future, uh, this episode comes to an end. We shall be meeting again soon, but till then, goodbye.